and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm back with another fall inspired recipe, and I've had this one in my family for years. I've been making my family recipe for banana nut bread, but not just any old regular banana nut bread. I'm going to take this recipe to a whole new level. We're going to make bars with my family recipe, top the bars off with a sweet cream cheese frosting, and top that all off with a nut and cinnamon crumble topping. And these bars are so good, they're super easy to make, and they're so good with a cup of coffee in the morning. In my large mixing bowl here, I have half a cup of softened butter. To that, I'm going to add in half a cup of white granulated sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then use my hand mixer to cream this together. Then add in 2 large eggs and give that a good mix. And you can't have banana bread without bananas. This recipe calls for 1 cup of ripened mashed bananas. It's about 2 large bananas. I just like to peel them, place them onto a tray, and then use a fork to mash those. And then add the bananas to the batter and gently fold them in. And onto my dry ingredients. I've measured out 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Just toss that all together, and then I'm going to sift this into the batter. And mix the flour into the batter just until it's incorporated. You don't want to overmix it. And then last, add in half a cup of finely diced pecans. I've lined a brownie pan with parchment paper, and I'm going to transfer my batter into the pan. And then use a small offset spatula to spread the batter evenly to the edges. And my banana bread is ready to hit the oven, and it's going to bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 28 to 30 minutes. Now you can also use this recipe to make a traditional banana bread loaf. If you do go that route, increase the baking time to about 40 to 45 minutes. My banana bread is cooling, and now I'm going to get started on that cream cheese frosting. I have 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. I'm just going to blend that with my mixer for a few minutes until it's smooth. And now for a little flavor, I'm going to add a few drops of maple syrup extract. Now you can also use regular vanilla extract for this, but I think the maple just adds so much incredible flavor. And then I'm going to add in my confectioner's sugar. I'm going to add in about 1½ cups and then give that a good mix. And now for my crumble topping. Now this is optional, but I think it adds a lot of great flavor to these bars. So in a small bowl here, I've combined a couple tablespoons of melted butter with a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. To that I'm going to add half a cup of diced pecans. I'm gonna add just a sprinkle of ground nutmeg and a sprinkle more of ground cinnamon. And then just toss that together. We're just gonna sprinkle that over the cream cheese frosting. Isn't this banana bread gorgeous? So once it was baked, I just let it cool on a wire rack completely. Now we're going to add that cream cheese frosting. Just place it right on top, and then I'm just going to use my little spatula to spread it evenly across the top. And then sprinkle on the topping. And now let's cut into these bars and enjoy. I absolutely love the aroma of this bread in the oven. It's just to die for. I like to cut them into little squares. Oh, check that out. Now, that is what I call true banana nut bread. And now time to dig in and enjoy these. They look so good. Seriously though, why am I not having this every single day? It is so good. Every time I make it, I remind myself that I need to make this more often. That banana bread is just so light and fluffy. It has so much volume, and I love the addition of the cream cheese on top. I think it really adds even more amazing flavor to an already delicious recipe. So if you're looking for a super easy dessert to make, if you're craving some of those fall flavors, this is the recipe for you. Head down into my video description box. You'll find a link for the full recipe on my blog where you could print it off, save it to Pinterest, and of course, share it with all your family and friends. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe as much as I have over the years, and I'll see you next time.